Build Pioneers, a series where the viewers become the protagonists. Each week I pick a weapon and you guys have to brainstorm the weirdest build that actually works for the weapon. Every Wednesday I try your weapon live on my stream and with whatever build you sent me, and then I rank it depending on its originality and effectiveness. This week featured my favorite sniper rifle in the game, the HydroidPrime. Normally a one-shot wonder, but some of the viewers went above and beyond to turning a bolt-action sniper rifle to a bolt-action light machine gun that actually worked. Hope you guys enjoy. Wow, so many Warframe build varieties. Yeah. I have two builds for this week, one build per person. Build A with Hush for Ivara Gaming using high strength, yeah, whatever. Oh, it's the same build. It's the same build. Okay. That makes sense. So Diesel, our first contestant. He has a very standard looking build, but the only thing that is kind of intriguing is the fact that he doesn't actually have any elemental. No elementals on this at all. Is Brob using the slash? What slash? It doesn't have base slash. It has base puncture. The slash is the lowest one. It doesn't have 100 munitions either. Right? Oh, I used both of these builds. Look. Wait. 1, 2, 3 mods already in? 4 mods already in? Wait, we're in a good start. Can we get 5 with Vital Sense? Yes, we can! 5 with Vital Sense. Okay. Hammer Shot? Is Hammer Shot in? No Hammer Shot. Okay. We're fine. So let's complete the build real quick. We're not that far off, it seems. I know Ivara is extremely good, and my Ivara also has these, so I'm not gonna... yeah. I'm gonna try it with Ash. Arcanes, did he say anything? Crepuscular and Rage. You want... how much base damage do you want? Anyways, so what the fuck is this Vectis build? I'm not sure what to expect from this. We do have extra crit chance because of Ash. But with Ivara we would have extra headshot damage, which is a lot better. Probably, at least. 5.1. I mean, that just shows you how good Accurate is. I don't body shot him. Oh, these are... listen, Divine, there are several issues with what I was doing, okay? First of all, it was survival. Second of all, I had Sniper Accuracy. Third of all, it was on non-steal path. And I'm gonna go to Cap. I'm gonna probably one-shot it anyways. Not gonna lie. We'll see. I think I'm gonna one-shot it at least. I love how you guys are still playing Soundboard. You know, I'm not sure how Soundboards got bugged today. It's kind of interesting. It seems like nothing actually works and my internet is dying. If it does, then I'm gonna stay jobless, and that's not gonna be good. Not for me and not for you guys. Because Twitch is the serious component. But Twitch is not like part of this, it's just blur. Oh, bro. Okay. See, damage numbers are good though. I feel like with Ivara I would get way more, especially with my build, because it has the 5 purple shards that give primary electric, which is gonna make it a lot better. But here Ivara would struggle because there is shield drain and her energy would be dead. Anyways, no priming. Okay. Not bad. You know, I can see why Prime Chamber and Depleted Reload is so popular on this weapon. On my build Pioneers. I mean, this is insane. Also, I died because I was not invisible, but it's fine. Is it? It's... like, I've had murdered an enemy, and I couldn't do shit. Okay. Oh. It's okay. I mean, I can get by the fact that it doesn't have any kind of elementals. That's kind of cool. But this is quite a basic ass build. I'm not gonna lie. Do I have a combo yet? I have 1.5x then. quite good of a combo. Hello, Gee. Oh, my energy. My energy has arrived. Where is it? Where is it? I told this guy. Alright. With the 2x combo, it takes 2 shots. I mean, it's... yeah, it's not bad. I play Void Cascade right now and the Demolish noise is freaking me out. Diesel, I can get by the fact that you are not actually using any type of elementals, but this can definitely be done better. This is like all the base damage is stacked on top of each other and then abused with snipers. Not sure. Diesel, you get an originality of 6 and an effectiveness of 7. Now the damage is a lot, but we're talking about the Vectis. The Vectis is a very strong weapon and you can definitely get a lot better results than that one. Divine, Arcane Momentum, Stabilizer if Pussy, Roar if Furry. What the fuck? Toxin crit damage, multi-shots. Alright, we have our first non-accurate build by Divine with a Gas Vectis. So Gas Vectis is something I really love doing myself. It's really fun to do, honestly. So he has a Riven mode that has Toxin, but I also have my Riven mode that has Toxin, so you know. Don't worry, I got you. How do I not have bladed rounds? I had like 5 copies of this. This is solded? I mean, so hear me out. You don't have Vital Sense and you have bladed rounds, okay? Which is literally the exact same thing. Can I just go Vital Sense? I think I can just go Vital Sense, yeah? And that's fine. It's literally the exact same thing. Bladed rounds is cooler, I guess. I need Vital Sense because I got CD on my Riven. But bladed rounds does give you the same thing. Like, bladed rounds and Vital Sense is the exact same thing. On kill 120 crit damage and versus 120 crit damage. I mean, yeah, you do you. I don't know. It's just funny to me. So we have a gas build. So gas build, gas build, gas build. You said Arcane Momentum, Stabilizer if Pussy, and Roar if Furry. I recommend the 60 frame low key. I can, yeah, I can understand that. So this, we have Momentum. We have Ensnare. I'm gonna go a bit more range. Reach. I think 10 meter radius should be fine. Or actually secondary also pretty good at regrouping. Yeah, I know, but I'm just gonna use an ability. Or actually secondary is goated for grouping and takes no energy, but I still like old methods of grouping tools. They're pretty fun. Is that the Praetos? Yeah, that's the Praetos when I jump. Interesting. And the compressor on my hip. So the gas procs are looking okay-ish, I guess. Yeah. Fucking full auto. What is this recoil? This recoil is funny. Look at this. Oh my god. It's super uncontrollable. But it does get the job done, I feel like. You still need a bit of precision because you're playing a sniper, but it does pay off. And considering this is a build that has multi-shots and not accuracy, the gas procs are hitting quite well. Sharon, thank you for the follow. Yeah. Not bad. With Roar, this would do really nice. This is like no damage buffing, nothing, so very cool. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Fucking epic. Very epic. Wait. So if I chill a bit on the trigger, then the recoil becomes manageable. But I do need to chill a bit. The damage on the gas proc is really nice though. Like that's good. That's good. Why use Prime Chamber depleted reload when you can be chat crux user? For real. Like it. I like it a lot. This is interesting though, because I feel like if I was you, right? If I tried to do something like this, I would unironically do this. I feel like this would be better. You can use, I feel like if you have Prime Chamber depleted, then Prime Chamber will work for all the shots. Yeah, well, I was spending fun. Yeah, okay. Maybe status duration as well could be cool. Or Bane mode. Like, there is a lot of things that you can do to make this a bit better. And I feel like the multi-shot is kind of ruining it. You don't need the multi-shot. I think Bane instead of multi-shot would still be better, yeah. I would have been pretty cool. But I like this. This is still a good build. This is still a good build. So, divine. Originality, you get an 8 or 7.5. Sorry, 7.5. This gas is pretty common, sort of. Especially in the old days it was. But effectiveness, you get an 8.5. Pretty sure I tried no multi-shot. It was pretty bad if I remember correctly. Really? I feel like it would be better like this though. Yeah. I want to try it real quick. Like, I want to try that. See how... Right. Yeah, that's better. Already, before even comboing, we have better stats, better damage numbers on the gas procs. 700,000 gas proc. What? Excuse me? What you put instead of multi-shot? Prime Bane of the Origin. Bane user. But with multi-shot, won't you get 2 gas procs both dealing damage? Not exactly, because you have Crux. Gas WOP 900,000 hit and 9k gas proc. I got 600,000 on one enemy. I don't know. On the gas proc. Pretty weird. I think it did that little because it was a body shot gas proc onto the next enemy. Because snipers, and especially this with 3.1 punch through, will hit multiple enemies. So it can be a bit inconsistent of that nature. But you get what I mean. I feel like this build can get a bit better. And the idea is there. Generally good. Generally good. So UglyB. This person is the one that actually gave me his Riven in order for me to try his build, because he told me that I wouldn't be able to replicate his build otherwise. So, yeah. Use Coyote for easier headshots and Diriga for viral priming if you somehow aren't killing them on the electric stick balance formation. No way, because that what that melee is for. Deadhead Cold Accuracy. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, so let's see it. Deadhead Cold Accuracy. So it says 6.3 here and 5.1 here because I have the Kavat with Tenacious Bond. It actually shows it. But yeah, this is the exact same build, even down to the Riven, because he actually gave it to me. And he told me to use Valence Formation with Electric Valence Formation and Evade. Oh boy, what the fuck? What is that? Electric Valence Formation, Evade, Lavos. So now we do have electric and our evade is on 2. This is perfect. Force procs of any type give so many cool options. Yeah, they do. They do. So I don't understand how he expected me to not kill with this. For some reason. Like, he even has Avenger and Combat Discipline. Like, there was no way this wasn't gonna kill. It deals 31 million. Wait. What I want to see though is I want Valence Formation to run out and see the difference. 39 million right there. We're on 2.5x combo, so this is the most we're gonna get. 39,087 million. So it's funny because it's cold based, but I'm only seeing electrics. It feels like the cold isn't doing anything. Okay, so now Valence Formation has run out. We see colds again. And I see 21 million instead of 30 million. So it's a 9 million damage difference. Honestly, not the craziest thing in the world. The red crit difference is from Adarza. It will happen again so we can see it. There we go. I need the Corpus Crewman. 21.9 million versus 30. Okay. Let's try it again. Yeah. It's almost double damage with Valence Formation. It's 39 million instead of 21.9 million. Still, my point stands. I have no idea how he thought I wouldn't be able to kill with this. And I feel like if I did this, it would be way funnier. See, like 4 million gas procs? That's funny. But it would be definitely considered Lavos doing the killing and not Vectis, but you know, it's funny. Jesus, bro. That's so dumb, by the way. What the fuck? You see that? It's there for so long because of the status duration, and it just spawn killing him. Try blast? I sadly can't. Is it not like last week when I asked for the evade Banshee? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Lavos is hard carrying this, but at the same time, on its own, I can see 21 million damage, which is still pretty respectable. But I don't get the deadhead, and I don't get why, you know, why Lavos. So, this was UglyB, right? Yeah. Originality. Let me see the build again, because I'm too focused on the electric procs. So this is called Deadhead Acuity. Fairly standard. Has Bane of Grenier as well, and I went to... He has Bane of Grenier, I went to the Origin and I dealt 40 million, so... I feel like this could have been a lot more original and a lot more crazy. It has a lot of interesting stuff, like Elementalist is playing into Lavos directly. Same with Bane. Even though Bane, we actually didn't see it, so we were -1 mod. But originality-wise, it's still not that crazy, so it gets a 5.5. Effectiveness, it would still get an 8. It's still strong on its own. With Lavos, it's absolutely goated, and it works into the synergy directly with the mods selected. But I still think this isn't the craziest build for build pioneers, but it is a crazy build in general. We have DemonTroll. My idea is what if you made Vectis into an AoE weapon? This build will work with any frame as marked for death is the helmet. So we have Prime Chamber, no depleted reload, right? Because, yeah, that magazine you see. Alright, so I need to use depleted reload on the Riven. Damn it. He has viral heat. Okay, I'll figure out how to do it. It's not gonna be the worst, I swear. I can do it. Trust me. I have Riven mods, I can do it. So he has stabilizer, but I'm not gonna be able to use stabilizer, so we're gonna have to stick with Deadhead and not get skill issued, which is fine. I think that's completely fine. Overall, this is pretty close to his build. I have more crit chance, less crit damage, and a bit more damage here. So it's not too bad. And now we need a Mark for Death build, so I'm gonna do this with Mark for Death, I guess? We'll see what it does. Overall, the Vectis build itself is viral heat, and it has some interesting properties. I don't have heat, but I only have viral, sadly, on my build. But yeah. I remember trying Mark for Death, HydroidPrime wasn't a fan. Mark for Death is very interesting. It can be very good, but ever since they gave it line of sight checks, it has been a bit worse, definitely. A bit on the worse side. But we'll see. Alright, let's see the damage now on its own, first of all. It does hit pretty well. 10 mil, 18 mil. Hold on. There's the mark for death on this guy. Okay. You see what I mean though with the line of sight? It doesn't do that much, actually. What if I do it on this guy? He has less armor. 96,000. Wait, it's 96,000. It's not that crazy. I expected more. What the fuck? 15k on some people. It doesn't even kill them. What? That's weird. Not gonna lie. I wish it worked. I wish it worked, honestly. I mean, in theory, if I can find some poor fella, I can do this. And, you know, now it works, but that's a lot more setting up. It's not just the vectors, you know. If you have 10 viral procs, then yeah, it works, but doesn't actually hurt that much. As a build on its own, 18 million is still very acceptable. It's only 3 million below the build from UglyB. And both of you guys have ravens on your builds. So it's not the worst, definitely. But yeah, it's very weird. Let me try the compress a mark for death thing again, real quick. I mean, because if I do mark for death, I have to do it on this guy, right? 28k. It's not that great. But if I... Is this guy... No, he's damaged. One sec. Music has stopped for some reason. Alright. Hopefully there will be a crewman now. Here. There he is. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. The Kavat is doing Kavat things. There we go. You know, I didn't think about the fire rate thing. I should have done it. Reload plus fire rate vectors and turn it into a machine gun. That sounds funny. I didn't do that, but it do be pretty funny. Right, 590k. I don't know. It's just Mark for Death isn't. Mark for Death can snapshot status, but this build doesn't utilize this. I mean, it does have heat, which I don't have, but I cannot get heat on the build without, like, I don't think so. Please wait. Let me check. 75%. Okay, 60-60 mode is close, so I can do that. But your even has, yeah, your even has completed reload. Yeah, I cannot do that. I cannot get heat. I still want to see if heat would change anything, because I can time having the first shots deal more damage with Prime Chamber. I can time that. I don't mind that. I just want to see. Like, I'm very confused. There is no way heat is just doing all this, right? It's one way to find out, but I don't believe it. Okay, so now, if we go with this shot, we get 17 mil. 16 on that one and 8 on that one. So it is this shot. So if I go on this guy and I press it and I hit him, we get not a lot of damage again. This guy's got hit by it. 150, 77. That's same as mine. That it's worse than mine, matter of fact. Oh, you have Arcane Rage. Arcane Rage, let's see. Does it change anything? So one last test. I wanna try and make it work, man. I've tried to use Mark for Death and it's actually OP on the right setup. So I believe in this. I wanna see it, you know? So 29 million now with this build. When Prime Chamber is procced. Because we cannot proc it all the time, obviously. Alright. So... Alright, we have Prime Chamber. $110,000. It does deal more, but it's still not too crazy. $39 million. Oh, it's gonna die. Yep. You. Okay, perfect. $330 million with compressor, but that's with compressor. Not sure. This guy took 7,000 damage. It's definitely not the greatest. It's a good idea though, but I feel like with the Vectis build itself, you could probably do way better with this. It's kind of sad. So, DemonTroll, you get originality of 7, effectiveness of 5, or no, not 5 actually, 7. The subsume doesn't work. The Vectis build itself does deal damage. I don't know. Wait, actually, let's do 6 and 8. I think I want to keep the score, but do like this. Like this is better. Idea of Mark for Death, if it worked, it would have been really sick. It just didn't, sadly. Araikawa, I'm gonna be honest, this ain't impressive. Any Warframe that can go Invis, Arcane is Hot Shots, Heat Hound, and Crepuscular. We'll see. We have a Fractalized Reset, the reload speed thing. And you want any Warframe that can go invisible. Wait, how much is Fractalized Resets? 5 seconds. Okay. I can do something interesting. Is he pure cold? He is, yes, he's pure cold. No, he's blast, never mind. That's thermite rounds. Okay. We're blasting. Not impressive, you say, but we'll see about that. Heathound is kinda able to solo carry this, but I just want to see the actual damage you get from Vectis. But Heathound is like a really good abuser for getting hotshot stacks. Getting hotshot stacks with this, yeah. I tried my best to not use Warframe buff. Ah shit, I'm still on Warframe Market. I'm sorry, Master Clem. I forgot to get off Warframe Market, man. It's my fault. 100% my fault. This is gonna go to another person. No worries. Alright. So we can just spam 1 in order to keep Fractalized Resets. Maybe side wasn't the best idea, but overall, I am quite satisfied with what I'm seeing. This is cool as fuck. And there is a lot of procs as well. Blast procs are hitting. Look at that. Dang. Alright, this is a very interesting build. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I'm not gonna dish it for the fact that you have to spam abilities, and I am instead gonna try to find a build that I can spam my abilities in order to keep it up and use it effectively. So I was thinking, evade Ember, because Fireball can be spammed. Evade Ember. I'm thinking right now, you know? Let's try to maximize this. I already like the idea. I'm gonna give you the points already because this is pretty goated. 8.5 originality and effectiveness of 9. This is a very fun build and it makes Vectis a really good survival weapon actually. And the funny part about it is that you have Prime Bane of Grineer. I went to the Origin. again. So I'm gonna go to the Grenier now and do this justice. Because I didn't before. I know Evade Ember is a bit, yeah, but hey. It's gonna be very funny to see the thing go up. You see this? The combo? Also, Fireball dealing 12 times the damage, by the way. Quite funny. $13 million blast pro. Jesus. Yo, if you could have avoided Atry somehow, this would have been very epic. This is a very epic build. Fractalized reset stonks. Oh, they killed dog. Have to press 3 a bit to keep up the hot shots again. How did they even kill dog? I'm invisible. The fuck? Anyways. Hey, I'm gonna be real. That is very epic. Honestly, I think Fractalized Reset is the icing on the cake. Like, this is definitely standing on its own, and it's just the ability that gives you all this stuff. It's really nice. It's actually super nice. Nice job, Araikawa. RianRain. RianRain. I don't know. I still don't know how to pronounce it. We have Prime Save. Gang, what the fuck? Why do we have Prime Stabilizer? Or Stabilizer? I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, Onga. Okay. So this is another blast build, but this one has Crux and Bane of the Origin instead. Okay. We'll have another blast build. Do you have any arcanes of choice? Okay, we have Cat's Eyes and Aces based. Avenger Grace, Chroma, Energized Munitions. Oh my god. Oh my god, what the fuck are we doing? Oh my goodness gracious, we have Energized Munitions, Chroma. Okay. I don't want to waste any of these builds, sadly. Yeah, screw it. Very similar build to mine, and I'm wondering right now, how do we upkeep the energy? We'll see, we'll see. Alright, I did get this tile set, sadly, but it's fine. Alright. Honestly, it's manageable. It's also pretty funny. Flushy, thank you for follow. With first zoom especially, it's pretty doable. Second zoom, different story. So Chroma is doing a lot here because it increases base damage, which is exactly what Blast wants. So, you know, I like the numbers, I like what we're saying, but I will have to see the actual damage numbers before I have Vex armor on. So I will kindly let it run out. Because I did see the damage, it's pretty good. Like we see 1.5 mil. We can see some decent damages with it, yeah? So we're gonna really let it run out now. Alright, it's out. It still does enough to kill them. 200k instead of 1 million. 200k is not bad at all. And considering this doesn't have any external arcanes to boost it, it's actually really fucking strong. Did I get Toxin Word? Ah, shit. My bad. Wait, I can't recast Word. Wow. Toxin Word is only like when you switch the weapon though, right? Does it actually matter? Oh, we're gonna find out, I guess. Toxin Word has weird interactions with multiplying and shits. We'll see. Coming up right now, so... Right, we have Toxin Word. I mean, it increases the reload speed, which is greatly appreciated. That is very nice. Damage still the same. But yes, Toxin Ward does make it feel more consistent. In terms of shooting almost constantly, you know, not letting go of the trigger ever. I like that. That's pretty cool. How many bullets? Oh my god. Alright. Not bad. Also damage pretty tedious, play around, but it will give silly numbers. Yeah, that I can understand. It would be cool, especially if I had something like Vigor Swap, but then, yeah, I don't know. One thing I will say, RianRain, is that if we are going for something like this, I feel like I would be super happy if I had more magazine too. Like, literally if we had Prime Magazine Warp, that would be sick. Or you can do this maybe. Or critical delay. Or the extra magazine. I feel like I would like this more. Even though you lose in crit chance, since Chroma has Avenger and you can use the Adarza Kavad, you don't actually need the crit chance on the weapon. And that would be way more funny because he would shoot way more bullets. But because you're using Chroma and Toxin Ward, it doesn't matter too much because of the reload speed. But I think for general play, I still think that would be quite funny, especially since you are actually outsourcing your critical chance by using the other stuff. Plus, you don't get the minus 20% fire rate, so you can probably make it even funnier with that. I don't know. You can play around with it if you want to try it for yourself, but I still like this build. It's pretty good. RianRain. Second submission, pretty good. Originality, you also get an 8.5. Same with Araikawa, only because Araikawa is using Acuity and you're actually using Chamber and something a bit more weird. But effectiveness, I think I'll get you an 8 instead of a 9. I think Araikawa's build is way stronger, to be honest, but similar ideas and pretty good ideas, both of them. So, good job on that one. Pint, we have Electricity, Crux, Vectis, Vortex with... No, not Vortex, Corvex, sorry, with 2 Augment, 199 Strength, and Corrosive Projection for Strip. Archon Stretch Companion, oh. Blood Altar Subsume for survivability. Wait, what? You need that? Oh, you have nothing. Oh, okay. You have base armor. Okay. I'm gonna be real. I play Corvex, so I shouldn't have that many issues getting my survivability up, but I will need to get his Augment, which is probably right here. Wasn't even prepared. Alright. Corvex with his 2 Augment. I don't know what his 2 Augment does, so let's read it together. Strip 50% of armor from struck enemies and shields. Oh, okay. Hitting 5 or more enemies will restart the duration of any Chirinka pillars and empower them. Well, I'm not using Chirinka pillars, sir. I don't. The ability sucks, so I think I will stay like this, and that should be good. I have more than 200 strength, so this fully armor strips, which is good. And his build doesn't have. He has momentum, so I'll do momentum. Alright, let's see the actual Vectis. That's good. So we have pure electric Vectis now. Yes, we have pure electric Vectis now. Yes. Let's try it. See, I don't see any aptitude, so survival is what I'm tending to go. What I'm leaning towards. Especially because you have your 2 ability augments. Isn't Prime Chamber not working with Crux? We'll find out. I'll test right now for you. Because Warframe is consistent. If I go to this guy, I dealt 90k, and I dealt 90k to that guy. 54, 54, wait, what? I'm very confused, I don't know. It has some sort of rhythm because it has to reload. I don't know how to explain it. There is a weird rhythm to it, you know? I'm also not getting too many electricals. No, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not very impressed. I like the idea, but it's quite weak, sadly. Like, even if I do this, 1.1 million on unarmored targets isn't the greatest. I understand it's multi-shot, but goddamn, 1.1 million? Look at that. How many shots for one Xmas? Jeez. Damn. May I ask why your ability to reload is not max? Mod capacity problems? I have no idea. I saw it wasn't max and I'm like, okay, I'm not touching it. I probably have it not max for some reason. So I didn't touch it. Thankfully I haven't needed to touch it and I can keep it like that. But damn. This is a very weak build. Wait, he said Blood Altar. Oh. Blood Altar. Energize an Archon Strength for any sustained Blood Altar for survivability. For survivability? Wait, so I was thinking Blood Altar you would do something like you put Blood Altar in the middle and then you push everybody on the Blood Altar with your 2, and then you just spam at the Blood Altar with headshots and the electricity kills them or some shit like that. But that's not it. I don't know, I'm left confused, Mint. Or Pint, sorry. Pint. We give you originality of 8, but sadly effectiveness of 4. It was just very weak, unfortunately, compared to other stuff that we saw especially. So this is new user. His name is Atmosre, I don't know. And he's showcasing a Wisp with critical surge. Okay, I was expecting to see this at some point and I'm finally seeing it. So we have a Crux, no crit, blast, Prime Chamber with Hush. What the fuck is going on? There's a lot of stuff happening here. Alright, let's see. So we have a Wisp, Roar, and she has critical surge, rage. Okay, 152 duration. Wait, that's very low actually. So honestly, I don't know. It's kind of weird as a build in general. I like the idea of outsourcing crit chance, but status chance should be higher in order to benefit from those blast procs more. Why doesn't it increase the blast? Because if you go here and you hover blast, right? Status effect creates created by combining whatever. Blast deals 30% of the base damage after 1.5 seconds as an explosion. So it's the base damage of the weapon, not the actual blast proc. Like, not this, but this. Cracks has status, yes, but what I'm saying is, if you don't do this, and you do this, it's gonna be more consistent and better. That's all. You need Elementalist too. Does he have one? No, he doesn't have Elementalist. Okay. He has Bane, right? No Bane either. No, I didn't understand what you mean, DemonTroll, but I wanted to check again if he has it because I didn't remember. You know? Oh, I missed one follower. I saw your Lazaro, and thank you for the follow. Alright. So there is quite a bit of energy to be used here. Yeah, see, right there, we didn't get a blast proc. If we had the other thing, we could have got the blast proc and the damage would have been very similar. No blast proc, no blast proc. No blast proc, no blast proc. 334. 333. Obviously, Breach Surge projectiles deal a lot, but what is Breach Surge? 1.1 million one spec reservation, folks. 89k. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good. You can make it better if you are abusing blast correctly. Now you know how. Because it is blaze damage. So yeah. See, ideally, the first shot should have already killed all of them. But we're not getting a blast proc because we don't have the status chance. It's okay. Still a decent idea. I like the utilization of the Wisp augment. And Breach Surge is hitting a lot, but you know, that's Breach Surge and all that. It is not the strongest blast build we have, sadly, but it's very cool. So, Atmosre, you get an originality of 8. I like the idea. Effectiveness of 6.5. Worse than the other builds that we've seen, but still pretty decent idea. So this is HydroidPrime, Cyclone Kraken. Also, I forgot to not allow people to send builds anymore. But seeing from the time frames, nobody has actually sent an extra build, so that's good. The heli? What am I looking at? Lervo with Breach Surge on his 4 accuracy vector setup requires 1 magazine deployed to relocate and replace Riven. The build centers around the idea of aim glide and headshots, while using Breach Surge and the chaining ability to buff your fire rates even further with fractalized reset primary chain. Target acquired multi-in-place deadhead. More Verglas for crowd control, I don't care. Aim glide isn't necessary, but if you want to use other modes, but I find it fun, Haro, Zephyr, and 2 other frames I'd like to try with this setup. It's actually using the new augment. I don't think I have it, but doesn't really matter. My Kullervo, oh, I do have it, but my Kullervo doesn't die anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's card carried by sniper combo. We'll see. That was the idea on the very first episode of Build Pioneers by Reggie when he was playing Warframe still. So definitely something that has been done before in Build Pioneers, but it's a very interesting combination still. Yeah, okay, what ability am I spamming exactly here? 265 range. Okay, wait. We gotta think a bit. You have 45 efficiency. Wait, what ability? Are you spamming your 2? Does the augment give him energy back? No. No, it doesn't. How do you upkeep your energy? There's no way I would be able to upkeep my energy like this. What? Energize is not enough. Hunter Adrenaline. Okay. Let's see. I think that should be fine. I think this does okay. I have Strength Swords. Ooh. Well, that's what I'm gonna go with. See if it works. And we have a fractalized reset, IQD, cannonade. There is stuff going on here. Aero agility. Wait, what the fuck? What is that? I don't even have it. I have arrow periphery. What is aero agility? Reload speed while aim gliding. For a sniper. Wait, that's... What the fuck? How much does it cost? I'm gonna buy it. Wait, his Riven has Toxin. I'm not gonna have Toxin on my build. I hope you realize that, but... I hope it doesn't get a lot from it. Like, I hope it doesn't fuck it up. Also don't have Prime Fast Hands, but it's only a 25% difference in reload speed. This was way more important, so... So full reload speed Vectis. I mean, the reload speed gotta be instant. That's gotta be instant. Alright, now question is, does he say what ability I should be spamming in order to not run out of energy? Alright, this is definitely one of the most original builds so far. Let's see if it works. If it works, then might win. I didn't even know that mod existed. I'm gonna be real. What the fuck? Never seen that in my life. Alright. So... I wasn't even jumping, gang. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I'm running out of energy so quickly, but holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck? What knocked me down? I was missing the Comrex, so I made one. You're crazy. What the fuck? It's funny as well, because I haven't even got to use Bridge Search. I can't find energy to do it. I ran out of ammo, but thankfully, I mean, you have a lot. What is this reload speed meta type shit? What is happening? No words, I'm speechless. Right, you're winning. I don't I don't know what to say. You're winning. I gave you same effectiveness as Araikawa, but I gave you 10 out of 10 originality. I don't think I have been blown away so badly by a build on Build Pioneers so far. This is crazy. This is fucked up. Like this actually is so crazy. Damage is 5 out of 10 by itself. Yeah, but you just spam it, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is Hydroid's build. I'm like trying to perfect it because I gave it 10 originality. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say. This guy just goated. Who's highest score so far? It's Hydroid. He got 10 and 9. Araikawa was second, but like I don't see how this is beatable, man. So Adry, our last build, big bomba damage with fractalized resets outsource base damage for arcanes like Arcane Rise and Arcane Rage or abilities. Toxin Elemental Work goes crazy because of the wholesale damage jump and the reload buff. Use some cheap ability before shooting. You have Machine Gun Sniper, Riven is reload speed, status chance, minus mag. Okay. Triple Galvanized. Triple Galvanized is interesting. He's the only one who actually did that. And he's also using Fractalized Reset and he's doing Stabilizer. Or is Prime Stabilizer when you need it, eh? So that is Adry's build, and he said to go with the Toxin Elemental Ward, which thankfully we have already because we tried it from the previous build. I mean, the aim glide stuff was crazy, it's not gonna surpass in originality, but overall, this is definitely something. Yeah, see, it's not as crazy, but it's still pretty crazy. Another one. There do be a slight issue with these builds, which is the ammunition, but they're pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. And if you can kill all of them, then that's fine. But I think with this build, with this type of build, I would try to do a blast setup. Right? I kind of like this more than HydroidPrime's idea, but with a blast, this would be perfect. Like, absolutely perfect. Not bad. Also, for some reason, now it's hitting. And this has multi-shot. They need to buff Fractalized Reset Duration, man. This arcane has a usage, I swear. We have found it. So basically, my build with Toxin Ward. Yeah, kinda. But instead of your build, he's using some different stuff here with Triple Galvanized. And you're doing Adry. So kinda a mix, you know? Kind of a mix. Not exactly the same. So, our last entry, Adry. You get originality of 8.5 as well. I think I'm gonna rank you guys the same. Actually, no. Effectiveness, I'm gonna go with 8. A bit worse. So, HydroidPrime wins. Yeah, no question. And then Araikawa and then Adry. Great job to everyone. This was a really good week and all of the builds were quite interesting. All of them. Some served similar purpose, and there was a lot of prime chamber usage, which I don't blame because I used it myself since it was given to me. You have a reason to use it because you're using this weapon. I don't blame you for it. But, with that being said, we have one more build to check, and that would be my own. So my build, chat, is a kinda boring but interesting disruption build. And it's this. So, hear me out. This looks very weird. And I know it looks very weird because first of all, there is no multi-shots. And second of all, there is no acuity either. Neither of them are in the build. Because, you know, we have heat, we have a lot of status chance. We have primary frostbite. And things happen. Enter compressor. This is a heat inherit compressor without heat. This is a heat inherit compressor that doesn't have heat damage on it. If you get a heat proc from secondary encumber, it will still use the mods that you have modded in the build, so it will use these. Which means you can actually heat inherit it without using the heat damage itself. So we can still go viral cold radiation. So we have the cold procs to proc the arcane here and freeze the demo targets. But we also get the heat inherit part of the build. Honestly, when I figured this out, I thought I cooked hard. Not gonna lie. And I'm glad that nobody else did a Disruption Vectis build because Disruption Vectis builds tend to be pretty boring since it's a sniper. But I was like, how can I make it more interesting as a Disruption build? And this is what I came up with. So on its own, you know, it's not the greatest, obviously. Once you stack it, you get a hit proc. It's okay, but yeah, not the greatest. Thankfully, it can kill, so you can get the stacks. Takes a few shots, but this is a disruption build. The disruption target is all you really need to see. So, I'm gonna do this. Now with Roar, the hit procs are decent. And look. So you shoot the compressor fully. You need the heat proc from it. You got it? We didn't see the proc itself, sadly, because it killed him. But I'm gonna try it again and we hopefully will see it. With first zoom, maybe. First zoom is gonna help. Because I got like 1.3 million heat procs and shit like that to go off. Which was very interesting. I'm gonna lose Avenger buff, which is pretty bad, but... Got heat? Yeah. So no crits, by the way. 200k, no crits. He died. That was without crit, that was without roar, there was a lot of stuff missing. So yeah, it's definitely different. And it still works. Is it better than building Vectors like a machine gun? Probably not. I can definitely see machine gun Vectors being absolutely insane. And really cool disruption. But I thought this was something that people wouldn't do. How's Build Pioneers going? Great, we got our first ever 10 out of 10 originality build on Build Pioneers. Oh, shit. That's heat from Encumber only? Yes, and the Vect is getting a hit because of hit inherit and how it works. I sadly killed him. Sorry, the soundboards don't work. I don't know why. Did they create a new element or something? No. They did something that I wouldn't even think it was possible on the weapon. And they showcased me a mod that I didn't even know it existed. So they definitely deserve it. No worries, I don't want refund. Yeah. I don't know why it doesn't play. It's like broken today. Okay, headshots. I'm gonna go pick up my buffs. We're gonna do this in a way that doesn't make any sense. Also, my music has stopped. So as you can see, on its own, 5k doesn't do that great of a hit, right? But if I go and I do Lefani, we got 130k instead.
That's tough. They got you locked up.
Honda, thank you for the prime.
What the hell wrong with you?
And as I said in my testing, I've got 1.2 million hit points on that. Which is, yeah, it is definitely something. Hidden Inherit Vectors is real, but I think if we did something with fractalized resets and galvanized aptitude and this build in mind, like aero agility, galvanized aptitude, prime chamber, you know, all that stuff, that would go pretty hard. So Hydroid wins. Amazing. So, I'm gonna hide screen. Choose your guys' next weapons. We're gonna have some fun. Alright. The poll is in. So this is a bit more interesting. You guys have 3 weapon choices. We got the bow prime, but you're only limited to melee duplicate. You can only use melee duplicate if you choose the bow prime. From primaries, we have the... I forgot. We have the Coda Sporothrix, which obviously we have the augment right now in the shop, so you know. And we also have as a last weapon the Panthera Prime, which has 2 firing modes, and it can get very interesting because you can either make them both viable, you can make one of them viable, you can choose to prime with one, shoot the other one. There is quite a lot of stuff to try with this weapon. but with all the other weapons. Just remember, if you do choose the Bull Prime, Incarnon is available, every Evo is available. You're limited to melee duplicate only. Also, in case you were wondering, I do not look at chat at all where I'm looking at the poll. I would pick the Panthera Prime, which is what I said during the episode. I said at some point, you know, oh yeah, you do that. Are we able to submit for more than one weapon? No, we have to, whatever the winning weapon is. Look at that. Look at that. So Panthera Prime. Panthera Prime. Holy Carp. I don't know if you're here, but your prayers have been answered. We are taking a look at your new favorite primary. That's gonna be it. As it says, Lavos will not be allowed during the Panthera Prime Build Pioneer episode. If we see a Lavos, we are disqualified, or we, you know, test his weapon with a different warframe and then we try. Regardless of that, that's gonna be it for today's episode of Build Pioneers. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This one was a larger one because, and only because of the fact that, you know, we had some very interesting builds with fractalized resets that I wanted to test a bit more. For those watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching another episode of Build Pioneers, and I will see you on the next one.